It's a secret society. All they ask is trust. Let's get into it, people. Thank you for joining me on Magnetic Intuition. I hope you're staying prayed up. I hope you're staying blessed. I hope your day is going well. You know I got a topic for you. So let's get into it. Now, I noticed something, right? When I'm in public, right? And whether it's a stranger or people that I've known in the past, they've always wanted to bring up politics. And usually my response is, I'm not into politics, right? Which is like one of the smartest things you can say, because, you know, when you're in a position that I'm in, whether I knew it or not, right? There's always people that's trying to record you and trying to get words out of you so they can use it against you. So sometimes, and many times, the best response is, I'm not into it, you know? I don't get into it. Even though I'm really telling the truth, because I'm not I'm not watching TV constantly looking to see who won the election, you know, and etc. And, you know, of course, when we're dealing with local politics, that's more important, right? It's more important because it does affect you directly. You understand what I'm saying? So when we're talking about presidential elections and etc., that's a different story, right? So I've noticed for the last couple of years, when I go in public, or even my fake brother, he hated Trump to the fullest. Like, it was unreal, right? And that's cool. You can hate or love whoever you want, right? But when you try to push it on to someone else, or you try to push it on to me, that's gonna, you know, I gotta adjust it, right? So let's adjust it, right? So I noticed, you know, when I go to certain barber shops, of course, Freemason barbers, right? Not all, but some. My fake brother, someone yesterday at the shop, the mechanic shop, when I was getting my brakes done at a mechanic shop, they just came out of nowhere and started talking about Trump. So, of course, me being nice, right? Just me being, you know, a human, right? I just started talking, you know, and they just brought up Trump. And while he was bringing up Trump and we was talking, and I told him, I'm not into politics like that, blah, 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 and he just kept going on, he kept forcing himself. And it kind of reminds me of my fake brother, right? Like when he used to just go on about Trump, and he's like, bro, I know you liked him better than, you know, whoever he was going up against, but Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump is this. So I noticed that these Freemasons, they've been trying so hard to get me to talk crazy about Trump, right? But in all honesty, I'm not into politics like that, right? I'm a direct descendant of the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? I got bigger things to like fight. You understand what I'm saying? Like this is just a distraction, you know, at the end of the day. Politics are a distraction. Especially presidential politics, right? Because for the most part, the House, the Congress, I mean, the Senate, they have the majority vote for the most part, right? So they already pick and choose who they want. And more or less, even like the bankers and the people that control everything behind the scenes, they pick already who they want. And when you're a president, those bankers and the people that basically control the financial sectors in this world, they control what you have to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Jewish people, right? They control a lot of what goes on in America, right? Just in case you don't know that. Many of us know that though. So for someone, the typical person, it really doesn't make a difference because it's already written. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's a distraction that they use, you know, the secret society they use to keep you in your emotions. And while you're in your emotions, the energy harvesting from you. And I know this may kind of sound a little complicated or a little out of whack, but trust when I tell you that's happening. Just like when I talked about the holidays and how they use the holidays for energy harvesting. It's no different with politics. Politics is an everyday thing. See, the holidays, that's not an everyday thing. That's like once a month, right? You know, a time like right now where we're in December now, we just passed Thanksgiving and now we have Christmas coming up. So it's a different story, right? Because we have holidays like constantly around this time of the year, what we call the winter time, right? So for me, and my perspective on things with politics, it's a distraction, especially presidential politics. And the fact that the Masons, when they have conversations with me, they love to talk about Trump. When Trump is apparently, I don't know how true it is, but they say that every president in the U.S. has to be a Mason to become a president. So there's a good chance Trump is a Mason. So why do they want me to talk so recklessly about Trump? I'm trying to figure that out. Maybe the distraction works. You know what I'm saying? But no, at the end of the day, you know, there's something that's not right with this, right? Because some people say that, there's a few people that do say that Trump is playing both sides, right? For the people and for the Luciferians, the one world government, etc. And it's funny because the Mason that came in yesterday into the car shop that was talking about that, guy had to have been 60 or 70 years old, right around that range, right? He was talking about he managed to mention the one world government. I'm like, man. I guess they just want to know my opinion on it. You understand what I'm saying? And in all honesty, I'm fighting it right now. So what do you need my opinion for? You already know what I'm doing here. If it's evil, I don't fuck with it. But they don't want to understand it. They want me to speak on something and then take the recording and send it somewhere and then say, hey, this guy right here said this, you know, this is what these people do. I've talked about this before, right? In barbershops, there was a couple of barbershops I went to and they would talk about presidential, you know, things and Trump, of course. And they say, oh, so what's your opinion, Court? You know what I'm saying? What's your opinion? And I'll just say, hey, it's already written. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the president's picked before we even pick the president. So I mean, it is what it is. You know, that's what's happening. We're not living in a God-fearing place. You understand? System. Let me say system, right? Because we have good people in America, right? We have good people in a system. We just don't have enough. Just like in the U.S., right? We have good people, but there's more bad than good, right? So that's what we're working on, right? That's why people like me are being targeted, are being followed every day. I'm having to make videos about how I'm getting harassed every day. Hell, even in this Airbnb that I'm in right now, these people harass me since I've been here. You understand what I'm saying? So some of y'all would say, hey, why don't you just leave and go to another Airbnb? And it's at every Airbnb, right? They've deleted my video from TikTok on Airbnb, what's going on Airbnbs, at Airbnbs and work. They deleted it. They kept it on YouTube. They kept it on Instagram because they can control it. You understand what I'm saying? They can control that audience. But on TikTok, I believe it's China owned. So they just flag it, and hope it gets flagged. And they hope that it gets deleted, right? And it did get deleted. There's a few videos that got deleted. My first video, when I was talking about surviving the witchcraft and all that. Then I have another video that I say question everything. That got flagged and deleted by TikTok. And then what I'm talking about now, where I'm talking about getting harassed at Airbnbs and work, that got deleted as well. Removed, I'm sorry. Let me say that for a better word to say, you understand what I'm saying? So this politics thing, back to politics, this politics thing is like a big distraction. Should you know what's going on? Yes. Should you let someone talk to you for a whole hour about it? No. Yesterday this guy was basically taking my energy. And this is what I wanted to bring up. While he was talking to me about politics, two other people walk in. This maybe in their 40s, 50s, they come in, a guy and a woman, just look suspect as hell. And they take their phones out and they start recording. So I'm like, all right. So this guy's here to distract me with politics, and these two are supposed to take my picture, record me, and do their witchcraft, right? Return the sender, by the way. But anyway, so they do that. So I'm like, all right, let me record them, man. So I'll take out my phone and I get a little, 5 to 10 seconds recording, because that's all I need. You understand what I'm saying? And then the guy in the front that works at the place, he calls the guy that was talking about politics, and then he leaves. He was like, good talking to you, and he leaves. So it's all, like I mentioned in other videos, this is all a game. It's all a movie. It's all a show. Many will call it the Truman Show, right? Lights, camera, action. The Matrix, man, I'm telling you. It is something else. But hey, it's my pleasure to come out here and be a disruption to the Matrix. I have the pleasure of doing that for the Most High Creator, for the good people in this world, for the angelic beings that are being energy harvested by devil worshippers. Yeah, no problem. I have no problem doing it. And there's others that's doing it just like me. Because the evil in this world is ridiculous, but in America, whoo, man, that shit is at like, oh man, it's damn near hell out here, man. Seriously, like damn near hell. So the rewards will come. That's why I'm being patient. The rewards will come, and my enemies, they know that. They're scrambling right now. Well, once again, talk about politics at a minimum, because someone may be trying to record you and use it against you later on in life. So keep it simple. Most politics are devil worshippers anyway, so keep it simple. Don't put too much energy into it. Learn as much as you can, though. But it's best to move in silence sometimes, especially when it comes to politics. But anyway, more or less, thank you for joining me in Magnetic Intuition. Please stay blessed, stay prayed up. Much love to y'all. Blessings.